So here we go again for another podcast, another episode of the Together We Grow podcast. Hi everybody, thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Paul Main.
And I am Tamer Main.
And we welcome you to the Together We Grow podcast. If you're new here, then this podcast is basically Tamer and I having discussions about what it was like building a successful business together. In the home fragrance industry, it was 3 brands. We built it over 6 years, generated multi-million pounds worth of sales, and then we recently sold it.
And we talk about everything, not just business side of things, but also personal, what it's like to work together as well, don't we?
We do indeed, yeah. And it's been really enjoyable. Since we sold the business, we're helping other budding home fragrance entrepreneurs to start their business and get more sales and start to grow. We're sort of sharing the knowledge that we've built up over the past few years. We've been doing that. We're thoroughly enjoying it, and we're helping lots of people.
That's what we love to do, isn't it? We love to sort of just see other people succeed, because the world is so huge and there's so many opportunities for every single business to succeed that we just want that to happen, don't we?
We do indeed. Okay then, so this is episode 13, would you believe? I can't believe how quick that's gone.
And see, we've been doing them every single week, haven't we? So we've been doing this for 13 weeks. How quick has that gone?
I know.
I can't believe it.
I know, and we do thank all of our listeners. When I say all of them, I mean the few that do actually listen. But this is a very, very young, very new podcast. We're still finding our feet, aren't we? So,
you looked at some stats before, didn't you? You said something about like how many episodes that people typically do with podcasts.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but it's like
very low.
It's like 5% of all podcasts make it past 20 episodes. And I can, to be honest, I can understand why, actually, because this is 13 weeks in a row. And yeah, these podcasts are only half, 45 minutes. But of course, it's the setup, it's then the editing and all of that kind of stuff. So it takes a little while to do each one of these. Probably half a day's worth of work, I imagine, in total. Then we have the shorts that we chop up for social media. And I guess if you don't see instant results and instant growth, then people will start to fade off.
I think that's the problem with a lot of marketing, though, isn't it? Especially in the home fragrance industry, we see so many people that say, "Oh, I tried that, it didn't work." It's like, but come on, how long did you try it for? A week, 2 weeks? Doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I know, and that's really frustrating actually for me, isn't it? We had someone the other day. This is the lady that when we first launched Home Fragrance Academy, we had an entry early bird deal. It was however many members signed up, they get it for £9 per month. Yeah. And you think if you're not a member of the Home Fragrance Academy, take a look, homefragrance.academy, and see what we do. We do coaching. We have courses on there.
Downloadable resources, one-to-one email support.
One-to-one support. There's lots of stuff on there. Facebook group, all sorts of stuff really. And we really do help people. And we've seen some fantastic changes in other people's businesses, which is wonderful to see. And we get some lovely messages.
We do.
But this person messaged and said they want to cancel, which is fine, no problem at all. I've tried all of your help. I've watched all your videos and nothing's working. I was like, really? So I had a look. In the time she's been a member, which was for like 8 or 9 months, 0% of our courses had been done. Because we can see all the stats behind the scene in the accounts. 0% of any of the courses had been done. And then I look at her social media and she's posting once every 10 days.
Which
Zero
is
engagement.
Against what we say.
And I'm like, if you have followed all of our advice,
you certainly haven't actioned it.
You haven't actioned it. Nothing's been done. And I'm like, well, it's just frustrating for me because I'm like, we've given you this platform. It's incredibly cheap. You've got a silly low price. It's even low now.
Yeah.
It's £1 for the first month and then £29 a month after that. And it's so low. Why? And this is what frustrates me. Maybe you can answer this. I don't know. But if you are trying to build a business in the home fragrance industry, okay, and you're new to business, you don't really know much about it, but you know you want to do it, and then there's a resource available to you from people that have built and sold a very successful business in this industry, and they are willing to give you all of the information they know, and they are there to message and get instant responses from on any issues you're having. Why would you not do that?
I honestly don't understand why people don't.
Oh, well, people are busy, of course. Everyone's busy, but equally, if you have to be busy on the right things, don't you? And this is what we spoke about in another podcast recently. Yeah. is
It's work smarter, not
I,
harder.
I don't know if that resource is available to you and you've got people with a lot of experience in the exact industry you want to, you need to make time for that, surely.
Obviously, your
I don't
brain
know.
works in a different way to other people's brains, but everybody's brains works differently, don't they? But you see that as an amazing resource, which of course it is. And at the beginning of the journey, you would have immediately jumped on that and you would have lapped it all up and everything.
Yeah.
But I wonder if some of these other people don't see it as a resource, but see it as another bill to go out. And maybe that's
And I think
just
that,
the wrong way to look at it.
well, it is. And I think, see, it's a chicken egg thing because actually within our membership, we talk about stuff like that and where to spend money and what to do and all that kind of stuff. And because obviously it's not a bill, is it? It's not an
No.
expense. It's an investment each month.
But I think about the amount of
So,
times that we've spoken to people and they say, "Oh, I can't afford that," and I said, "But you can't afford not to do that."
but you know, even if in this industry with the average order values in this industry, if you sign up to Home Fragrance Academy for £29 a month and you got 2 orders off the back of our advice, we managed to get you 2 orders a month extra. That's covering the bill straight away.
Yeah.
And if you only get 2 orders per month off the back of our advice, then there's something seriously wrong there somewhere. Anyway, I digress. That's just a passion of mine, and I just don't understand it. You know, if it's because my question to people is: so, if you're not going to spend that £29 a month with us,
What are you going to spend it on?
what are you going to spend that on to grow your business? Where's that money going to go? That's going to grow your business better than what we could working with you.
Yeah.
That's the question to ask, isn't it?
That's a very good question, actually.
But that's something, isn't it? And it just frustrates me. I don't want that to come across as arrogant at all because
No, I
I'm
don't think
really
it
not.
does.
It's just it's a genuine question, and
You want to understand so that you can help people better.
yeah, exactly. I really
That's what
do.
it comes down to.
It really is a passion of mine and ours, isn't it? Helping people to get through problems and grow their business. And I'm like, we've got all of this help for you.
Well, think about the emails that we receive from people with questions saying that, "Oh, I need help with this. How do I do that?" And then we answer them, and then we see them actually putting this into action and how they're changing their Black Friday deals this
Yeah,
year.
exactly.
And things, and it's working, and it just feels
Yeah, it
incredible,
does.
doesn't
It does. And maybe we need to maybe what it's our problem. What we need to do is share that more often, share those wins more often,
it? Yeah,
and let people know. Look,
it's
these are people
working.
who have followed our advice. It's working for them, etc.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe, but what is nice actually is the other day I received a very lovely message to my personal Facebook account from someone who is in our Facebook group and has been in there for a little while now. Listens to our podcast. Actually, listens to our podcast on the way to work in the mornings, which I think is really quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Considering it feels like hardly nobody listens to these, but so it's nice that some people do. And she sent a message saying that she's been listening to us for a while now, has implemented some of the stuff that we've given away just on social media and in our Facebook group for free. And she can see the positive impact. So she signed up to become a HFA member, and she really thinks that we can help her next year in 2025. I think that's wonderful.
That's very wonderful. That's exactly what we want to do. We just want to help so many people.
It's those kind of messages where me especially, because I overthink a lot, I read that and I'm like, oh wow, okay, actually maybe we are doing something good here.
Yeah.
It's when you're pumping out stuff. Like I do these live coachings in our group, and I know that they're helpful, they're very useful, and they're high value stuff. And they get minimal views. But then, of course, there are engaged people listen to it, and we always get lots of thanks at the end of it, which is great. But then they get saved into the dashboard of a Home Fragrance Academy member.
So every member that joins from now on will be able to see and watch every single coaching.
That's it. I guess it's going back to what we said earlier on. It's like about the podcast, is if you don't see instant gratification of all of these hundreds of views and hundreds of comments and stuff like that, then it's easy to give up. And that's not... I'm not saying we want to give up, but I'm like, sometimes I think, why are we doing this for? It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it feels like nobody's paying any attention to it. And I wonder why that is. But saying that, they are, aren't they? People are.
They are.
That's just my...
It's another one of those things that if you don't see it, it's not a quick fix. You can't just post on social media a couple of times and that's it. Your business is going to be booming.
Yeah.
You have to follow every single step, and you have to be, what is it you always say? Consistent, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to be consistent with your marketing and consistent with your messaging and everything you do. You can't just do it a couple of times and give up.
Yeah.
Because what's the point?
Yes, and there's lots of people out there we can help, and we'd love to help more people. Good. Well, I had this realization the other day, didn't I? Normally, you and I are into Christmas, in Christmas mode really early. We both
Yeah,
love Christmas, don't we?
we do.
It's just us and Willow, of course, our border collie. We have no children or anything, but we love Christmas. We love
Mhm.
the Christmas period. We love it all. And this year, at the time of recording this now, what's the date today? 28th of November.
Yep.
Still very early for Christmas, of course. But we
I
are
don't know what you're talking about. It's not too early.
but we are nowhere, we are just absolutely not in any festive mode at the moment. And you think in years gone by, we really have been by now. And I'm wondering why. And it's obvious when you think about it. It's because we're not in amongst it with the rest of the team.
Yeah, it's a very different year, isn't it, this year?
Yeah, because in previous years, we, by now, with the Christmas tree at work is up, it's up in September,
Yeah.
only because we have to take photo shoots and things like that for the products that we're
Yeah.
selling. We've dispatched the advent calendars.
We've had the Christmas music on.
Christmas music's been on. We've dispatched the advent calendars, haven't we? We've been gearing up for Black Friday, which is only tomorrow,
Yeah.
and it's been really busy. The team are now starting to feel a bit more festive. It's chilly now, and it just feels like it when you're in there amongst the team and you're going through that festive mode,
Yeah.
festive period at work because of the products you're selling and all that kind of stuff.
And the things that you plan for the team as well.
Yeah.
Because it's not just what you're doing for the customers, it's the experience with the team and all the little things that we do. Like we always bought them advent calendars and Christmas gifts and things like that. And it just searching for them and finding the right products and buying them stuff. It just felt really festive,
Yeah.
didn't it? And it was just really lovely.
And of course, this year we have none of that,
No.
which is
Weird.
I miss it actually. I was saying that last night when
Yeah.
I actually like, oh well, I do really miss it, that side of things, and it's a shame to see that some of the traditions and things that we did build up over the past few years are just not happening anymore. I mean, things change, of course, but
Yeah.
I do feel sorry for some of the teams sometimes when you see that some of the real nice stuff that we put in place it's just not happening anymore. But that's a shame. But never mind. But yeah, I really do miss it. And it was, you think this week now, Black Friday tomorrow. So what would happen today is like final tweaks to the website. I would be in that office almost
Door
like
shut.
door shut, lock it if I could, if it had a lock,
Yeah.
and just really focusing on getting the campaigns, getting the website, double, triple checking everything.
It'd have been me and the operations manager going down the aisle with the laptops and doing a final stock count of every single thing in the warehouse and
Yeah.
just making sure everything was perfect.
Yeah, that's it, and that's what we did on lead up to it. And then
Mhm.
Black Friday in recent years we have launched on the midnight
Yeah.
Thursday night, so 00:00 on Black Friday. And bear in mind we used to get to work at 5:30, 6 in the morning, to then still be up at midnight for us is unheard of.
Yeah.
And
Don't normally see two 12 o'clocks in the day.
no, definitely not. And yeah, that evening is like when we first get home from work, dinner and everything. Then from like 7 till 8 or 7 till 9, it's like checking everything. And then
Yeah.
between 9 and say 10:30, you're like, come on. You'd like, I really want to go to bed, but I can't. So
It just goes slow,
it
doesn't
does. And then what we always did was we built up that hype so much with our customers that you check the Google Analytics, the live analytics,
That was amazing to see, wasn't it?
and you just see hundreds of people on the site, 10 to 12, filling their baskets up. Because
Yeah.
then they know that when the discount launches at midnight, they'll just,
Bam.
and honestly, when that happens, it's like ping, 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 ping. It's
Yeah.
so good.
That was one of the few days in the year because I always had because we use Shopify, didn't we? Always had my Shopify notifications on, and that was one of the times of the year where I had to turn it off, didn't I?
Yeah. And the reason why we'd stay up is because we just want to make sure it all goes smoothly.
Yeah, and we could answer any questions that came through because there'd always be somebody that wasn't sure how to do it. It was their first time taking part in the Black Friday, so we wanted to make sure that everybody had us available for probably about an hour.
Yeah, and most of our top, the cozy addicts we called them,
Yeah.
they'd place an order at midnight.
Yeah.
So by 12:30, the orders are still coming in, but that immediate rush is over.
Yeah.
So by 12:30, we're like, right, let's go to bed. And then the next day, it's a very early start because I think the whole team used to come in at 6. And that's when you see, and then when you see the pattern of when people are starting to wake up. You see the order levels go up again, and we'd get breakfast. The whole team would then be focused on dispatch. We'd have a couple of people upstairs in production to pour anything that was
Just starting
urgent.
to low on the stock to get it all done as quick as possible so it was cured and ready to dispatch.
Yeah, and then got to about 8 o'clock and we'd get some breakfast in, wouldn't we?
hmm And we'd always get lunch in as well.
Yeah,
It
so
was,
breakfast we'd get in, and that was typically, I think last year was Greg's.
yeah, something like that. It's either a Greg's, a McDonald's, or something around
Yeah,
that sort of.
and it's just nice, everyone together, the whole team together, doing something different. Everyone's busy, like flat out,
Yeah,
but it's a good kind of busy because it's
everybody's
exciting and
happy.
enjoying. It is happy. Have lunch together, and then keep working like mad and see how many orders you can get out for when the postie comes.
Yeah,
And the thing is, the problem is with these orders, not problem. I mean, it was wonderful, wasn't it? But these orders were big orders,
especially the first load. Oof, they
big,
were big
massive orders.
boxes. So you can imagine how long they take not only to pick the orders off the shelf, but also to pack them as well.
Yeah.
Because you've got to pack them securely.
And last year, was it like 750 orders went out?
750 orders in the first day.
That's it. And then you've got the full weekend, which is the same. Our Black Friday, if you've followed us for a while here at the Home Fragrance Club, you know we talk about Black Friday a lot and the way we've developed the campaign, which was so successful over Black Friday. I'm very surprised that they're not doing something similar this year. But that's sort of finished now. And so successful. It was so good for us. And then on the Monday, Cyber Monday, we'd have so many orders. And then it'd be like that Monday and Tuesday, again, everybody working
Yeah.
flat out. And then it starts to calm down. And then it'll only be the dispatch people that are working on
Yeah.
getting the orders out. But our aim is always by the end of that week is to have all the orders out.
Yep. And it's a real team effort, wasn't it? It's just so much fun and everybody is laughing and joking and it's just a real nice sort of close-knit community to be part of, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's so much fun. It was really good. Everyone's busy, but it's good.
And it was cold as well,
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah, it was cold.
it? So it feels kind of strange sitting in here. It's nice and warm with the heating on.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it really does. And then, of course, we had our Christmas party, which we used to always like. See, we loved our team. We really did. And we wanted to show our appreciation. And this is a good time of the year to do that.
Yeah.
And so we would actually, we would, for us anyway, it would be quite expensive and fun, I think, anyway. Christmas do, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
For
was.
2 years in a row, we rented a room in a quite a nice restaurant
Yeah.
in Ipswich. And all the team, all of their other halves as well, they all came. So it's a room full of like 30 people, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we'd cover all expenses, so all drinks and all food.
Three-course meal as well.
Yeah, real nice. And then after that, the team would either just hang by or we'd go to different places. And it was just so nice in a way. I sit back and I just watch the team like interacting with each other. And I'm like, I feel so proud.
Yeah.
I'd do my 10-minute speech.
Yeah.
Just thank everyone and talk.
We did like prizes and things, didn't
Yeah,
we?
little games, wasn't it?
Games, yeah. So we'd do like almost like a questionnaire, like you have to vote for like the favourite dancer or the Grinch of the year and things like that, and we'd hand them all out to everybody in the week before, and they'd vote, and then whoever got the most votes on them always won something, didn't they?
Yeah, we used to get an Amazon voucher, so that was always a bit of laugh. But one of the awards was actually a serious one, and that was Colleague of the Year, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So we always had a serious one and then some funny ones. So it was just a really nice, fun thing to do all together, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. What else was there? I'm sure there was other things we did as well, actually. Did we used to hand things out? I can't remember.
We did Secret Santa as well.
Oh,
We
yeah,
had to
Secret
choose their
Santa.
Secret Santa then.
Yes, that was it. Secret Santa, we did that as well. But it was all good fun, wasn't it? And then the few days after that, people would talk about it at work. And that's when I think we used to do that. Was that either just before or just after Black Friday?
Yeah, normally just after, hopefully.
Yeah. And last year we went for a nice meal again, didn't we?
Yeah.
With the whole team. But then afterwards we went and we had like a pool competition.
Yes, we did.
So that was good fun. Yeah, really enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
I came second actually. I was well surprised about that.
Well, I think you got the luck of the draw.
I don't think so. I think we still won enough to get through.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, that was really good fun, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It's just nice to sort of socialise properly outside of work, isn't it?
And that would get everyone in the Christmas mood. And then the remaining 2 or 3 weeks of December before we broke up for Christmas was all about just replenishing the shelves. We would get products, we'd get whatever we were launching in January, we'd want that done and dusted before we left. So our monthly subscription box, we'd want
that
that
was
all
all
done.
packaged and ready to go.
Any launches that we would have, like Valentine's stuff, we'd want all of that done as well. Just so when you come back, you've got to bear in mind we're off for 7 to 10 days.
Yeah.
When you come back, hopefully there's loads of orders to pack up, and you don't want to have to worry about stock levels
Yeah.
immediately. You don't want to have to rush around doing the VIP boxes and all that kind of stuff.
So when you do come back, you're able to then just focus, like production can just focus on the normal restocks of everything that has just been sold in that last 10 days.
Well, and then they're ahead, so
And
then they
then,
can start
yeah,
working on
and then they can
when they
start
come.
working on the month afterwards. So there's no immediate, oh my God, I've got to pour all of these, all of that,
Yeah,
and not
yeah,
a hurry.
exactly. And that was enjoyable, wasn't it? Because
Mm.
actually, December for us was actually always quite a quiet month
Yeah,
because October was our advent calendar pre-orders, Halloween collection, all of that. November we'd have Christmas collection
Christmas.
launch, and then we'd have Black Friday. So they are massive months. They are our two biggest months of the year. December was always quiet,
Yeah,
which actually we quite liked.
we did because it gave us that time to be able to focus on getting ahead for
Yeah,
the January.
that's it. And then on the final day before we broke up, that was such a nice day.
It was, everybody was always wearing their Christmas jumpers.
Yeah, when I say day, it's half a day.
It is half a day, yeah.
And I'm the one that's like trying to get people out the door as quick as possible because I just want to go home. And we would, people come in, Christmas mood would be on. There's no production, nothing like that. It's all about tidying up.
Yeah,
So it's upstairs in production. It's just get things tidied, get everything put away where it needs to go, get everything cleaned. In the offices, Hoover, the Christmas decorations would make sure is down as well.
yeah.
On the
You don't want
last
to come
day.
back in January and they're still up.
Exactly. So get all of those down, get everything ready. So when we come back in January, it's fresh,
Hit the
clean,
ground running.
hit the ground running, ready to go. And I think that was such a smart thing to do. I really do. And
Yeah,
I feel like that really helped us in January when we came back.
yeah.
Because then you haven't got like, oh, Christmas blues, I've got to take this another tree down. No,
Yeah, because you've
nothing like
done
that.
that at home
It's all
already.
messy, it's all horrible. It's like, right, lovely
Yeah,
clean surface. I know what we're working on. Bang, let's go.
yeah.
And it
That
works really
puts you in the
well.
right mindset, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's like if you tidy everything up on a Friday before you go home, quick hoover, quick
that's
wipe
it.
down of everything. You come in on a Monday, right, everything's clean,
Yeah.
tidy, ready to go.
And last year we had Catherine from Flourish and Bean, which is the coffee shop local to us.
Yeah,
We had Catherine come in, didn't we?
we
And
did, yeah.
it was, what was it,
Gross. Oh, it was
hog roast
amazing.
rolls, wasn't it? Oh
Yeah,
my God. So
absolutely
she
delicious.
came in and had a little station set up for the team at lunchtime.
Yeah,
So we all sat down and had hog roast rolls, which was delicious, and snacks and just a chat.
yeah.
And we wished everyone a happy Christmas, and then
Handed out everyone's Secret Santa and
yeah, everyone buggered off for Christmas. It was lovely.
yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, and even that actually, that is such a good day that we're not going to experience this year,
Yeah.
which is that final day when you break up for Christmas, because that's when you're like, right, now it is Christmas.
Hmm.
We've come home early. There's no pressure. All customers know
Everything is
that
done.
customers know it's all closed up. There's no suppliers delivering stuff. There's no raw mail collection. Nothing. That's when you can properly relax, and that's what we did, wasn't it?
That was. We'd come home, we'd get on, or I'd put my Christmas pajamas on and my slippers, and I'd get a drink out and sit on the sofa and be like, ah, we're done.
Yeah, yeah. That was a nice day. That
It
is.
was a really lovely feeling, wasn't it?
But other than that, the only time really we did any work between Christmas and New Year, other than the early days, when of course we'd go in, but
Yeah.
we'd shut up for the year. And actually, for those 2 weeks, people wouldn't even have to use holiday or anything, would they?
No, we no, we.
For those 10 days or so. But we did always used to have a Boxing Day clearance sale,
Yes, we did.
and that was a clearance sale, like a 40% off any leftover stock from all of our limited edition stuff throughout the
Yeah.
year, wasn't
So anything that we had in live shops that we had left over, anything that like VIP scents that didn't make the cut, that didn't get voted in to be a permanent fragrance, anything from spring, summer, autumn, anything like that that we had left over would all go into the clearance section. That'd all get counted up and that would be ready for everybody to get at a great discount.
it? Yeah, and surprisingly, that was actually a really good day for
That
us.
was a fantastic day.
So again, as always, we did our hype,
Hmm.
building up, our launch, all of that, and it was only available for that day, and it worked really well.
It did. So what we would do is we'd get everything prepared obviously before we left for Christmas, didn't we? And we'd schedule all of our posts and all of our videos and everything so that all of the posts went up at the right time without us having to be directly on the phone throughout Christmas, didn't we?
Yeah,
But then we would go on and answer any comments and check things to make sure things were working. Obviously, the discount was going through properly and stuff like that, didn't we?
yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that was a good day because then,
Mm.
but between Christmas and New Year is always quite slow and quiet in the Facebook group, and just everyone's in Christmas mode, aren't they?
It's a
So
lull, isn't it? Because you're not
yeah,
even sure what day it is.
that's it. So to have that nice injection of orders and
Yeah,
revenue between, it just makes it feel even more relaxed because
it
you think,
does.
okay, that was okay.
Because you come back in January and the team have got something to get on with straight away. The
Yeah,
production team are working on restocking everything from the normal collection. Dispatch is working on all of the Boxing Day orders. So everybody has got something to get straight on with, and it feels really positive
yeah,
that you hit the ground running in 2024,
that's it. And
whatever year.
well, in our advent calendars, what we did was every day, because they were fantastic advent
Hmm.
calendars, weren't they? Um,
I think we
we
kind
had a
of set a precedent for that in the home fragrance
we had
industry.
a competition. So it's a daily.
Hmm.
Every time you opened the door, there was a question that you had to answer, and then we'd gather all the answers, all of the correct answers, pick a winner, and
Yeah,
then they are announced the following day on our social media platform.
yeah,
So social media throughout December, people were always on it.
yeah. They're all engaged,
They're all
and
engaged,
even if they didn't win, they were congratulating the winner and saying, "Oh, I'd love that prize."
and that was great for engagement because
Hmm.
then you didn't really have to put too much effort into it
Yeah,
because it kind of look after itself. But between once that finishes on Christmas Eve, from then Christmas Day is great because all of our customers are
sharing
putting
their Christmas
posts.
Day
That's
photos of
it.
their Christmas dinner.
But between Christmas and New Year was always quite quiet in our group. So
Mm.
last year we mixed it up a bit and we had a little campaign running, didn't
We
we?
did,
12
yeah,
days of Christmas.
yeah.
And it was every day, it was a competition. And every
Mm.
day a post went up and it had some kind of challenge on it, didn't it?
Yeah, we started it on Christmas Day, didn't
Yeah.
we? Because the first one was to share a photo of your Christmas dinner.
Yeah. So our Facebook group was just flooded through with posts of Christmas dinners, which was
It was
nice.
really interesting actually,
Hmm.
because obviously we always have a turkey Christmas dinner, but not everybody does. So it's quite interesting to see what everybody does differently in their houses, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
And some people don't even have a roast or anything like that.
Yeah,
They don't really celebrate Christmas. So
yeah.
it was really interesting to see that. You're right,
Mm.
actually. That was quite fascinating.
Yeah,
And then each day after that, there were different challenges. Some of
yeah,
them were actually placing an order.
yeah,
So it could be place an order of something today and post your order number in the group.
yeah.
And but it would always be a deal. So it'd be like a crazy offer on
Yeah,
that
it'd be like
particular product.
25% off this cent for
Yeah,
the day or something like that.
that's it. And that helped. That really helped them. So that
It
helped
did.
boosting some sales, but also that engagement, which was
Yeah.
really good. And then yeah, after that, it was then hit back in January to do it all again, wasn't it?
It was, and it was still cold.
Yeah. Well, that was the coldest part.
That was. I think February was the worst, actually.
And January is always, as we said in our previous podcast, actually, we were talking about January and like sales slumps. So if you haven't seen that, you want to listen to that
Yeah,
last episode, actually.
and how to combat them.
Yeah. And so January was always took care of itself
Hmm.
because we had all of our launches and everything done. We'd prepped everything in December.
Yep,
So then we were working on
February.
February, and then you're getting ahead.
Hmm.
And yeah, it just worked really well for us. It was such a nice. I do the 6 weeks before Christmas when we were at work. I did love it. It was such a nice, pleasant time.
It really was.
Very busy, very chaotic.
But it was good chaotic.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was good fun.
fun and it was exciting and everybody was so happy. It was just infectious, wasn't it?
So I missed that this year. So what
Yeah.
we're doing this year, what we do, obviously we're carrying on doing our work for Home Fragrance Academy. We're building that up. Plus also, aside from that, our other business is doing marketing and building websites for
Hmm.
people and stuff like this. So if you're listening to this and you're struggling with your Shopify store, give us a shout.
Yeah.
We'll get that set up for you. It's no problem at all. We do marketing for people and stuff like that. So we'll keep doing that. And obviously we're helping our students at the Home Fragrance Academy with
Hmm.
their Black Friday and their campaigns, which is nice.
That's been really lovely to see, actually. Some people have been posting about how they've changed their offers this year and they've listened to our advice and doing it differently, and it's worked really well.
But one benefit of being in the position we are now is that we are going to we're going to more Christmas markets, Christmas fairs,
Yes.
garden centres to look at their
Yeah,
Christmas decks and all that kind of stuff, aren't we? So, which is what we love doing. So
we do.
we're gonna do some more of that, aren't we?
Definitely. We're going on Saturday, aren't we, to with your nan, my mum and dad and my auntie going to Felixstowe
Yeah,
Christmas Market, have a look around there. So
yeah,
that'll be quite nice.
absolutely. Well, looking forward to that. But so, what did we actually discuss today? I had a little rant at the beginning about
Yeah.
people not paying attention to some of the stuff we did. But other than that, it was talking about the our sort of run up to Christmas and what we went through, and
Yeah.
just our story of how it all worked out for
Mm.
us. Um, yeah, I
So we've got
miss
to try
it.
and find a way to make it feel more festive this year.
Well, it's not going to, is it? Because it's not going to feel more
Okay,
festive.
not more festive then, to make it feel more festive than we feel now.
Well, yeah, I think let's wait until we get into December for the Christmas decorations
It's
up.
only on Sunday, so it's not long.
Anyway, on that bombshell,
Yes.
thanks everybody for listening. We really appreciate it. This is episode 13. If you
Yeah.
listen to this on Spotify or iTunes, can you please leave us a review?
Yeah, please do. It makes a massive difference for us.
Yeah, 5 stars only.
Of course.
I mean, there's no point in doing any less than 5 stars, is there? So please leave us a review. That would be very grateful for that.
Don't just click the 5 stars. Actually, write something like, "Let us know what you liked about it the most."
Yeah. If you're not a Home Fragrance Academy member, then please go to www.homefragrance.academy. See what you get there. There's a lot involved. There's a little video there and all that kind of stuff. Your first month is £1, and then it goes up to £29 a month, which is the normal price.
Yeah, feel free to shoot us a message if
Yeah.
you've got any questions about the membership or anything on the website as well.
We are here to help you.
We
Reach
certainly
out to
are.
us. We want to help you. So we love doing it. And we've got some knowledge that might be useful for you guys. So there we have it.
So thank you everybody for joining us this week, and we will speak to you soon.
Bye bye.